Hi, I'm Susie, and I wanted to do something very classic and very traditional, and I thought roses are very classic and weddings are very traditional. So we're going to do little rosebuds for weddings and or proms. Let's get started. So I found this really beautiful polish in the store the other day. So I've already put that on here and it's already dried. And that's the key to this because we are going to use a calligraphy pen. And don't be intimidated by them. They're actually really easy to use. They're not like you have to have that scrolling writing. You don't have to take a course to use this. We're just using it to draw some small lines, just like you would a paintbrush or a pen. So I've got some white ink. It's also airbrush ink, and it's really thin. You don't want to use the acrylic like the craft paints. You can use those, but you have to mix it with quite a bit of water. But I find picking up these things is just as easy. So I've got a little eyedropper. The color I have is just too strong. So I'm going to just mix a little bit of color to make my rosebuds and the leaves. So I'm going to just put a little bit of pink in one of these dishes and a little bit of green in the other to make a soft green. I'm going to just grab a little bit of this, just a drop. See that? Just a drop. Then I've got a little stick and I'm just going to mix it up and see how much green I've gotten out of that. That's really pretty. That's actually going to work. I hope you can see that color. That's perfect. And if I messed up and put too much green, you can always add some more white in there just to mix it up again. So that looks good. We'll use that. And then for my purple, I'm trying to make pink, right? Just get a little bit of the eyedropper. And just a drop. As we've seen what the green did, just gonna do a drop. And mix this up and see how much pink it gives me. That's pretty nice. I really want to do this very, very soft, but I still want to be able to see it. I think I'll see it on that, but I'm going to add just a little bit more, just what drops off the glass. I didn't even squeeze it. That's how little I needed. So make sure those are mixed up really good because you're going to dip the calligraphy pen in there to gather the paint inside the pen. So you want it to be mixed really well. So just grab that trusty old calligraphy pen. Here's the one I'm going to use. They're just going to be kind of random all over. Now you can do a bunch of rosebuds and I'll show you how to do them. And they're going to be placed all different angles and stuff because if they're all lined up together, they don't look as good. They're almost like in two halves. Sort of draw the one half and the one leaf on the other, and then there's a little rose sticking up. So draw them on different angles, but give them that rosebud shape. Sort of like the bottom of a heart. Now right now it just kind of looks like blobs of pink if you ask me. Is that the green stem that'll really bring it together. Sometimes I kind of do them like they've come off, like a wallpaper or a bed sheet. And then I'm going to get the green and I'm going to make the little stem and the little, where it sits. Those are like little boutonnieres that you would see on a groom or a groomsman. They have them sticking in their little lapels. They're so cute. That's basically what this is. You do have to make sure your polish is very dry for this. That does not want to go on there. It's too sticky. I need to clean this. Every now and then the tip of the pen might get a little dried out. It's meant to flow constantly through there. So if it does that, just clean it off and then you just keep going. Get all the little boutonniere stems in there. You can let that dry a little bit. Now I've got the white here still. So I'm gonna just just bring it into here. And I'm gonna dip just a little bit and just add a little bit of highlight. But if you do, stick on the one side. Don't do your highlight everywhere all over. I think I'm gonna just, so I can balance, to do the other fingers just on here. It's hard to hold your hand that steady in midair. So again, I sort of do it like the bottom half of a heart, and then color it in, and then do the little rose parts sticking up. This is very, very soft. I was going for a very, very soft look. So I'm going to keep going and doing the whole hand, and then I'm going to top coat it, and I might even add some bling somewhere. I haven't decided yet. I'll continue to do these, and I'll see you in a sec. So you wait till they're totally dry so you don't smear it when you put the top coat on. So I'm going to put a top coat on it, and I think I'm going to put my sparkly stuff, the Northern Light sparkly stuff, just on the ring finger, because I don't know if I'm totally convinced I want it on every finger, but I do want it on the ring finger. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's really quite cute. And I'm going to clear top coat the rest. But like I say, just make sure it's nice and dry, because if you smear it, oh, that's a lot of work to just smear it, even though I'm impatient. To me, the trick for top coating is, or any polish for that matter, is to make sure there's a lot on your brush, because it's like it's hovering across. You don't want the brush to really pull across that polish in any way. Well, isn't that cute? How classic and traditional is this? Well, that truly is classic and traditional. It's very dainty, very old-fashioned. I quite like that. I did do some 3D roses for a wedding, actually. They're called 3D acrylic roses. They're much more detailed than this. Not as hard as you might think. You should try it. Check it out. It's actually a really cute video. I'll talk to you soon.